There will always be distractions. The key is don't focus on the distractions. The key is to keep going. The key is to keep your mind focused on what you want to create, a brand new life. The key when you run into no's and rejections and people who promise, oh, I'll be there, you can believe, I will support you, oh yes, I'm interested, and they don't show up. Don't focus on that. Don't focus on the rejections. Don't focus on the no's. The key is to focus on that vision that you have in your mind of that brand new home, in your mind of that brand new car, in your mind of being able to control your own financial future. That's what's important, because, and write this down, what you focus on the longest becomes the strongest. It becomes the strongest. If you focus on your bills, if you focus on the negativity, the people who say, no, this can't work, that will become more powerful in your mind. I'm telling you what I know. Had I listened to those negative thoughts in my head or the negative people around me, I would not be here now. I got a text this morning from a friend of mine who worked for DirecTV. Had I listened to the people who told me there's no way that these major corporations are going to hire you and you have no credentials, you have no credibility, that man would not be calling me to come in and speak for them for the seventh time. And I'm saying to you that there's a part of you, there's a presence in you, there's a dimension in you, there's something in you that can transcend your circumstances, that can transcend the no's and rejections, that can transcend anything that you're going through. Let us say together with conviction, I can do this. Come on, everybody, join in, participate. I can do this. It's my time. It's necessary. I've got to make a radical change. How many of you know if you want a new year, you've got to make a radical change in your mindset, your behavior, and the things you've been doing? Raise your hands, please. You have to have a mindset. I'm going to do this. I'm telling you, I never forget when I went to see Dexter Yeager. Guy makes $1 million every 17 hours in Amway. And when I was at his house, we spent a whole day together. I remember looking at him, just an average guy, puts his pants on one leg at a time, just like I do. And I just said to myself, if this guy can do it, I can do it. And then I was at a meeting. A speaker was up. I was at the National Speakers Association. Guy got up and they talked about the fact this guy had made millions of dollars and how successful he was. And when he was speaking, I said, my goodness, man, this guy is boring. He said something that changed my life. He paused. He said, I know there are many of you out in the audience who have ideas and thoughts and education that I don't have. I'm, for the most part, an introvert. And I've made more money than all of you in this room. All of you combined in this room. I've made more money than all of you. And he said, the reason I'm standing up here and you're seated out there, and you want to write this down, I represent the thoughts you have rejected for yourself. Wow, that's heavy. The reason I'm standing up here and you're seated out there, I represent the thoughts you have rejected for yourself. And when he said that, I got up, I went outside, I called Mike Williams. I said, Mike, I'm ready. He said, Les, are you all right? I said, no, I'm not rejecting myself anymore. He said, Brownie, calm down. I said, I'm not rejecting myself anymore. I'm ready, Mike. I'm ready, Mike. Please come. I was in Miami. He was in Columbus, Ohio. I was crying like a kid because I realized I was stopping myself. For, dear Brutus, it's not in our stars, but in ourselves that we are underlings. I was stopping me. What we learn, what we earn, what we produce is a direct result of what we believe about ourselves and what we believe that we deserve. And I felt that my family deserved more from me, that If the truth be told, if I had my life to live over again, I could have done more than what I've done thus far. How many of you know that? If you had your life to live over again, you could have done more than what you've done thus far. Raise your hands, please. All right? Shake someone's hand on your right and left and say, no more excuses. I'm doing more. Yeah. You got to say to yourself, no more excuses. I'm doing more. I'm going to do whatever is required. A.L. Williams said, all you can do is all you can do, and all you can do is enough. But make sure you do all you can do. And ladies and gentlemen, you know why only 1% of the world earn over $1 million in their lifetime? Because most people are not willing to do the work. And I've done it 65 times, I'm telling you. And you have to work. You have to work. Most people, only 1% are willing to do the work. So don't be surprised you run into all the pigeons. Don't let that discourage you. Write this down. Make no your vitamin. Make it your vitamin. Every no you run into brings you closer to yes. Get those pigeons out of the way. You're looking for eagles. We can run into pigeons and leave here now. We'll find some pigeons, but you won't find eagles. It takes some time. Write this down. I'm going to save you time and cause you to make more money. Follow these P's. Number one, positive. I don't talk to people. When I get a phone call, I look at it. If it's not a positive call, I'm not going to pick it up. Next thing, productive. If it's not something that's going to allow me to build my business, if it's not something that's going to encourage me, that's going to enhance my thinking, that can help me to get to where I'm going to go, I don't have time to waste. So I'm looking for productive conversations. Here's the next thing, profitable. I don't want relationships with people that there's no value in it for me and there's no value in it for them. I don't make casual relationships. He said he had no casual relationships. All the relationships that he had were relationships with people that brought value into his life, and he brought value into their lives. So write this down. Detoxify your life. As you look at this year, starting off this year, there's some people who were in your life last year that they don't need to be in your life. And you know who they are. They're not going to help you build your business. They don't have goals and dreams. They're not working on building a bigger life. They're fine like they are, living a small life, living a life of mediocrity, and that's okay. I got a brother that I don't take his phone call. Maybe every 10th call I might take, because it's a big call. It's not a call that's productive. I ran the calls through my mind and said, at any time have I received a call from him and it was worthwhile? No. Or call me and tell me who died, who was in my class. What? Why do you tell me about that? Tell me who's living. I'm not interested in that conversation. There's some people, I don't care if the Cleveland Cavaliers make the playoff. I'm focused on the playoff in my own life. What do I care about that? Oh, the Lakers, boy, we need another forward, and Kobe, he's too old now. Can't even afford season tickets, and you got this conversation going. Some of the most depressing times being in a barbershop listening to the conversations of empty-headed people. Boy, if they could hear my thoughts. I said, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Empty conversations? Come on. Write this down. Protect your mind. You got to protect your mind. If it's not positive, if it's not productive, if it's not profitable, you can't allow it. You don't have the mental bandwidth to let it in your mind.